Your breath is sweet, your eyes are like two jewels in the sky. Your back is straight and your hair is smooth, the pillow where you lie. I don't sense affection, no gratitude or love. Your loyalty means more to me than to the stars above. One more cup of coffee before I go. One more cup of coffee before I go to a valley below. Your daddy's an outlaw, and no wonder by trade. He teach you how to pick and choose and how to wield the blade. He oversees his kingdom, no stranger kind and true. His voice trembles as he calls for another plate of food. One more cup of coffee before I go. One more cup of coffee before I go. Valley below. Your sister sees the future like your mama and yourself. He teach you how to read or write, but there's no books upon your shelf. One more cup of coffee before I go. One more cup of coffee before I go. Before I go. One more cup of coffee before I go to a valley below.
Cinema! Oh man.
Did you like it?
Jesus, Dave. Holy God.
So, from 15 consecutive sold-out headline shows, there's an Irish tour coming up. Wicklow-born, Waterford-living man of many talents. We're talking a man who could save the country, take a bullet for it. We're also talking about a man who could probably make a mean bolognese. And also sing a song that makes the soul want to leave your body and join him. It's Dave Lofts on the Very Irish Playlist.
Thank you very much, Adam. I'm very grateful to be here, and
Dave,
thank you to all your beautiful listeners listening. I appreciate you.
Look, it's such an honour to have you here. We have you in the Midlands, so there's a lot to talk about. First off, right, I mean,
yes. You, just for the record, you are definitely the best radio presenter I've ever met.
No, that's not true.
I know, I'm telling you now because I love your energy.
You're kidding.
Genuine. I've just done an interview, and don't get me wrong, they're all lovely. I'm not saying that everyone's great at their own job, but you have something special.
Dave, man, jeez, and I wouldn't mind, but for the listeners, he also came in and said I look like Harry Potter. So like I'm on cloud 9 right now. Dave Lofts complimented me. I really appreciate it, man.
Hey, man, I love you.
Let's talk about, like, there's so much to talk about. I mean, God, Spotify are absolutely killing it. You have an upcoming tour, but let's talk about the single that everyone is going crazy for. It's Holy. You dropped it, I believe it was 20th of last month of March. How has the single been treating you? I've been seeing it's already almost up to 1 million streams and everything everywhere. How's it been going for you?
Yeah, it's been fantastic. Thank you for asking, Adam. It's you know, the song is a reflection of love and change, and I'm very grateful that people can relate to the song and it bring them somewhere and transform them into something. It's at 1 million streams. It's getting a lot of attention from a lot of people that I can't even believe, and I'm very grateful. And I really just, you know, I only ever write for people. So
when you hear it the first time, it's stuck in your brain, and it goes to show anyone can hop in with it, especially if you're talking an incredible talent, because, okay, again, so much to talk about. So you were in the US and you were there for the Oscar week, for the Oscar Wilde Awards, where you played with Dermot Kennedy.
Yep.
And there's another name in there as well for a moment that went viral while we're talking about Hawley. And I saw the video. It popped up on my algorithm, and I was like, there's Dave Lofts anyway, giving it socks in a pub.
There he is again.
There he is. What a lad. Fair play to him. And then passes this young woman in such a cool style, by the way, like so cool style, and then you're just like, hey, could you sing the chorus?
Yeah.
And it turns out it was Sierra Ferrell.
Yeah.
And now, did you know it was Sierra?
No, like honestly, I'm not, like I said this in the last interview, I'm not a celebrity person, right? I don't really get excited about celebrities. As I said, I get excited about, you know, the builder, the worker, the electric, as I just said, but because they're the people that create the stories for us as writers to write about, you know. But every now and then there's a moment in life that you just stop and go, oh my God. And I heard Sierra Ferrell, and she was singing. I didn't realise she was this a massive country singer, and rightly so in her own right. And I didn't cop it. And I heard her singing with her band, yeah. And I went in and I goes, I'd love to, you know, sing, but I couldn't, because it was their own gig. But then they sat in the room afterwards and they took all out the instruments, the washboard, violin.
That's them in the background.
That's them.
Sarah Farrell's
right?
band.
No, here's the best part. Here's the best part. Was it reminded me, you know the way in Ireland you get a lock-in and you have a session, lads without the instruments. So I was sitting there going, this is a lock-in. And my manager, Edison, came around and he goes, Dave, get your guitar, quick. And I happened to, they said, would you sing a song? I sang the song, and then Sierra walked by me and I said, any chance you'd sing? Yeah. It's all in the video. I said, would you sing
live.
it?
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah. And it went as far as reaching 4 million views, wasn't it? In the first 48 hours? Like,
yeah, nuts. Yeah. It went so bananas that she reached out to me and she was like, you know, what was going, like, basically, like, could I tag you and stuff? And she was like, very kind about it. And it was, but it generated everything. Everything led from something. You know, people always give about making content, but in this day and age, in this world, it's not like it was years ago where you used to just rock up to a radio station.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the youth need to know, like, if you want to be an artist or you want to chase a dream, you're also a content creator. You know?
Yeah, you're a person of many jobs.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and that's the truth. And I have to say, like, it was so wholesome, because you've reinforced everything that I saw when I was watching that video, which is like, sometimes these moments can be staged. You know, it's just kind of like, I'll act surprised or whatever. But she genuinely was walking straight by you, and you were just kind of like, you know, would you sing? You know, like it shows the weapon that is Holy as a song in terms of everything that it does, because she jumped in and it was perfect. Perfect.
She's a pro, you know. Yeah. Sierra's a pro, and I got chatting with her afterwards, and honestly, she's a pro, and she's a great person, and you know, she got good advice. She's on her own journey, and I respect that. And nothing but love for her, but a proper pro. Yeah. She played with Mumford and Sons and Hosier. And I was sitting there going,
had the clue.
I was looking at this one going, I see all like a cowgirl.
Yeah.
Like, she's dressed like, what's going on?
What a style.
The Irish fella in the video.
Yeah.
Johnson and Pine here.
Sure, sing along, will you? Here's the words.
We're on the one road.
Would have been a whole different viral video
man,
then.
I tell you, yeah.
So, and even Dermot Kennedy and everything, like, what was he like to be able to meet and chat and play along with?
Yeah, Dermot's, you know, he seemed lovely as well. He seemed like he was a bit of crack and a bit of a laugh.
He wasn't at the lock-in.
He wasn't at the lock-in. No, he wasn't allowed. No, he was at. In fairness, he was. Look, Dermot was a legend. You know, and anybody in the Irish scene knows. You know, he's a powerhouse himself. You know.
Yeah.
He. I happened to be doing the Oscar Wilde events in LA, Dan, and Adam, and Dan for short for Adam.
Damn, I love it.
Adam's like, damn. We literally discussed, my name is Adam. No, I was doing the Oscar Wilde. Sorry again, Adam. I was doing the Oscar Wilde events, and he was there, and I went up to him afterwards. I said, "Hey, listen, thanks very much for, nice to meet you." And he was just like, "Nice to meet you." Gave me some lovely compliments, and then we exchanged a quick beer, and that was it.
Nice.
I'm not really like, I say this every time. I'm not a celebrity person.
Yeah.
I'm very like, I'm
just
really
another
not.
person.
I just don't. Nah.
Quick
If it were like,
chat.
I tell you, I got chatting to a engineer who worked for NASA before.
Oh, okay.
And that blew my mind.
Let's talk about that.
That blew my mind. I met him on a bus.
Yeah?
A train from London to Hampstead Heath. Somewhere,
Okay.
I think it was from Piccadilly to Hampstead Heath. And I was over there recording, and I just got chatting to this guy, and I was like, so what do you do? And he goes, actually, I can't really go into detail.
Oh.
I was like, oh, he's SAS.
Yes.
And he was like, no, I actually work with NASA and on engineering. And that's all I got. But he told me some cool stuff, but nothing amazing. Just a really cool guy.
Sure, Dave. Sure, he didn't tell you anything amazing.
No, he didn't. He was just talking about how he got into engineering and stuff like that. And he worked with NASA for years. And
unreal.
Oh man, I was like, what? Straight away I was like, Interstellar.
Yeah. Of course, of course you do. Yeah.
Do you believe in the fifth dimension?
Pull the strings of gravity. Oh man, and there's something else as well. Like, this just goes to show who you are as a person, because, like I said, so I alluded to it at the introduction, which is like, you were in the army and you were a chef.
Yes.
So like, and then you went into music. So it just feels like
what happened.
It feels like you're able for any scenario. I could either put you under gunfire in a field or gunfire in a kitchen, and you'd be fine. Or in a studio, like
shot at by bullets or thrown pans and pots at me.
Exactly.
No, I was in the Defence Forces. I was very young. I only done recruit training, and I passed out then as a 2-star private, and I left.
Jeez.
I left because look, it just I wanted so much to stay in the military, and I love everything about our Defence Forces. Yeah, I really do. And they're great men and women in there, and they're incredibly strong individuals. Their mindsets are fantastic, and I'm obsessed with them. But unfortunately, it just wasn't for me after that. I was just like, maybe it's not my thing, and I wanted to stay in, and I really did. But I was just, I think if I remember correctly, I had an injury on my hip.
Right. And
it wasn't going away, and it kind of just knocked my mentally, and I didn't have the drive then.
Yeah, of course.
So look, in the end, there's nothing wrong with failure. You live and learn. And
exactly.
I learned valuable lessons in the military that I still have to this day. But I love the army. Yeah. And I love the boys and the girls in the army. I love them. I think they're fantastic people.
Yeah, it's a family, really.
Oh, it's a family. And in a heartbeat, I'd play a gig up there,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then chefing, I came out of that and I went into chefing, Stayed as a chef then for about 6 years.
Well, look, Dave, talking about all that's a whole different battlefield there.
Oh man, that was more mentally training hard than
really
100%.
I'm kind of not surprised.
Nah, chefing is like, it's full of the most incredible artistical people who are, their drive is all about what they have, and it's all about discipline. But my God, if you get the wrong chef. And I honestly, I had a couple of times I was like, I'm actually going to just cry.
Yeah.
But I was lucky. I was trained by Darren and Mark Walsh and Claudio Cavalieri, and up in Espresso in Waterford, and it was Italian cuisine.
Nice.
Yeah, the best pomodoro in the southeast.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, you should host your own. Like, when you have the tour coming up, you should cook.
Adam, I've said this. Right?
No one's greenlit this.
No, I said, listen, let's cook a load of, what I love is Irish. I love Irish cuisine.
Yeah.
I think Irish cuisine is the best cuisine in the world.
Really?
Oh, I absolutely do, yeah.
Okay.
Because it's, it comes from poverty. A lot of Irish stuff came from poverty. Our stews, and we put everything in a pot, and we'd use our bread to soak up, and, cheap cuts like ham and all these things. So I really, really love Irish cuisine. I think it's the best in the world, and I don't care what they say. French cuisine is the best. Nah.
They do say that.
They do say that, but they know nothing. The best cuisine in the world is, in my eyes, Irish. Anybody listening, if you ever say that bacon and ribs and Colcannon is not delicious,
what are we going to do with you?
Beef and Guinness stew.
Yeah. Oh.
What's your favourite Irish dish?
Do you know, I'm a simple man of simple needs. I'm a vegetarian now.
Are you?
Yeah.
Wow, I'd hate that. Yeah. I really would hate that. That's been my worst nightmare.
This is it, especially if you're Irish, because Irish dishes are based around, as you say, the cheap cuts, delicious meats, the ham. Oh, forget about it.
No, in fairness, Adam, I give you 100% respect to you. Yeah, I love animals as well.
But I will say,
I love eating them.
My favourite. Yeah, exactly. Love them so much.
What are you messing? How long are you vegetarian?
Vegetarian now. What is it? Jeez, coming up to like 8-9 years or something like that.
Are you?
But I'll tell you
Fair
something.
play, man,
I'll tell
fair play,
the
yeah.
best meal, and I'm still tempted to this
No,
day
don't.
when the family barbecue is on
Ooh.
and the chicken legs are on the grill.
You traitor.
And when my uncle shows up with his homemade sauce, I'm
All
like,
right.
you have to take this away from me now. Like,
Right.
I'm going to be breaking some laws.
Really?
It's so delicious.
Are you missing?
Oh, Jesus, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. It's all for the moral reasons,
Yeah.
not for the flavour. Love the flavour.
Yeah. No, I actually admire the moral reasons. Listen, I love animals. I've always loved animals and any kind of animals. Sure, my hero is Steve Irwin.
Oh, yeah.
You know, which is a funny story. I'll tell you in a minute. But he was my hero. I actually saved a lamb yesterday.
What?
Yeah, not
When you were in
joking.
the mountains?
I was in the mountains.
What? Okay, talk to me.
Right, so there was a lamb. We crossed over. We were shooting content in Waterford, and there was a little lamb, and the lamb looked like it was, I don't know, like it was on drugs or something. Like it was absolutely out of. The lamb was out of it. But anyway, it turns out the lamb had pneumonia.
No.
So he couldn't move. So I picked him up and I carried him up to a house, and the house happened to be the owner of the lambs.
You're
So
joking.
he was probably wondering, who is this fella? Yeah, and there was a camera crew with me. So, and here, hold on. For anyone listening, the content is going to drop. It's gold. It's gold because there's this woman, her name is Sheila, and she was on, I think what was her second name again? Murphy. And Sheila Murphy was on her little, what's it called, the lawnmowers where you sit on, what are they called?
Like a rocking chair?
Yeah, like, no, it was a lawnmower that you sit on. I can't think
the
of it.
ride-on.
The ride-on.
Yeah.
And she was there and she couldn't hear us. And I was shouting and I was holding this lamb, and this lamb is, being a normal lamb and obviously afraid and ban.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this poor thing. So next thing, I was like, we were calling her, and there's a whole film crew with me. And Mike is rolling his laptop. So next thing, she's on the thing, and she goes, oh. And I said, listen, I know we're in your backyard, but I think you own this lamb. And she was like, yes, I'll talk to John. And John came down and said, look, unfortunately the lamb has pneumonia, but I'm going to see if the lamb is alive in 2 weeks.
Oh.
Yeah, and if not, it'll be on my plate.
Oh, bless.
What are you messing with?
Jesus, imagine you're just out there tending the lawn, and then some burly artists of muscle and love is just kind of like, look at this lamb in my hands.
No, I'm honestly, I'm only joking. I really do love animals.
I know, and I well believe it. But there's something else I believe, Dave.
Go
which
on.
is that you are killer at impressions. Now, I've lined up a certain theme song here in the background, and I'd love for you to give this a go.
Yeah, but we got to tell the story.
Yeah. Oh, hit me with the. That's right.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
okay, so Dave's manager, for reference, was in here and he was telling me all about the LA, Dermot Kennedy, Sierra Ferrell, Oscar Wilde week, all these things, and then he just said 2 words. He said Russel Crowe, and then he said, "Let Dave tell the rest." So
yeah.
okay, Russel Crowe.
So I put up a video. Holy obviously is doing, it's doing extraordinary things, and it's opening up the right doors and meeting the right people. And we put up this video, and one of my mates, my manager turns and goes, Russel Crowe's after resharing Holy.
Oh.
And it's a video of Russell eating an apple, and Holy's being played. It's the most bizarre thing, and I'm going, what? And he's just going, Dave Lofts is the artist. Deep dive, Dave Lofts. Thank me later.
Whoa.
So then I looked, and he's proper, he's a fan. And then he, and obviously as I said earlier, I'm not starstruck, but I'm starstruck with Russell. I've grew up on Russell.
Right.
So I was like, God, this is mad. So next thing, we fast forward, we announce tour dates, and I get a message from him.
Oh.
Right? I get a message on Instagram, and he's just chatting away to me, and I'm chatting away to him. Right? Because I was in my head, I go, look, tell you what I'll do, I'll just ring my manager. And he just goes, look, chat away to him. So I started chatting with him, and he's an absolute legend.
Nice.
He's a really nice guy, and he goes, any chance I could come to your gig in King Tut's
No
in Scotland?
way.
So
Okay.
he rocked up to the gig.
Yeah.
Right? He came to the gig, and I'm in the middle of a song, and he just comes in, and we set up a VIP area for him, because in fairness, he's an A-list celebrity. He the last thing you want as well as at a show is for him to be kind of not being able to enjoy it. So we set up a little quiet space, and he sat there in King Tut's, and I was singing, and I just turned, and I gave him a wink, and he just lifted up his glass, and he just went, and I went, who are you?
Man.
Are you all right, Russell? You are.
Can I get you another?
Rusty. So next thing, he stayed back in the green room, and he gave me 3 presents. He gave me 5 presents.
Jeez.
And I got him. He gave me 3 bottles of Muff whiskey, which is him and Ed Sheeran's whiskey.
Whoa.
And then he gave me 2 bottles of Rothschild red wine. It's about £1,500 a bottle.
What?
Yeah. And like, I've never, listen, as I said, I'm a little man. Okay, I go to, if I want a cheap night, I get Braseris, 10 of them, €10 in Aldi.
Boom.
Or I think they're $12.99 now.
Oh, yeah.
And then I also get like a cheap bottle of red wine. I know nothing about red wine.
Right, okay.
But what I do know is what's nice and what's not. And I opened this thing, and this thing was like drinking the honey out of a bee's arse.
Straight from the source.
It was the most delicious, incredible red wine I've ever had, and it was amazing. And then we sat and we drank and we sang, and I gave him a gift. I gave him a bottle of Thomas Mars. Big shout out Thomas Mars pub in Waterford, and they brewed the whiskey in there.
Nice.
And I gave him a bottle of that, and he was just like, "Oh, thank you very much." and we had this most amazing moment. And then he drops me a message. I think he kind of wants to protect me a little and look after me. Genuine.
No way.
Yeah. So now he drops me a little message going, "All right, man, how are you?"
Anyone troubling you?
I'm just like, God, Russell, listen.
Like, come on, man.
The guy's a legend, and I'm very, very lucky. And I can't. Like, honestly, I take it with a pinch of salt, and I enjoy it while I can, but I keep my feet on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, you are the most protected man in Ireland. Like, if the gladiator himself is just kind of like, anyone troubling you? Like,
he's a legend, man. I love him.
Well, look, I heard you do just a touch of it there.
Oh, yeah.
So what I want to do is, I'm going to set the scene for you, right? So here's Dave Lofts' impression of Russel Crowe live for radio, right? Let me just set the mood here. Let me just set the stage. Oh, there it is.
There it is. Wait for it now. My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, Commander of the Armies of the North, General of the Felix Legions, a loyal servant to the true Emperor Marcus Aurelius, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will have my vengeance within this life or the next.
Chills. Holy. So good. Russell, shout out to you.
Shout out to the Crow.
My man. Okay. Well, look.
And that's the thing earlier I was saying to you, when I got chatting to him, the one thing that was just quite bizarre was he connected with Holy so much.
Yeah.
Holy is like the song that he's connected with, and he said, look, what you're doing is you're helping people through your music. People are feeding through you. And then he loves Holy. He was singing it to me, and honestly, aside from who he is, he's actually an incredible artist.
Yeah,
an incredible singer, and very, very, very connected with music. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
regardless of the acting.
Yeah.
But who he is as an actual artist. And then I said to him, look, my hero growing up was Steve Irwin. He said one of his best friends was Steve Irwin.
Come on,
unbelievable. Yeah, he couldn't write it down.
Man.
And he was a chef. Russel Crowe.
Right.
I'm not joking. Yeah,
you are his little brother, like.
Listen. I like to think Russell Crowe is my little brother. Nobody messing that at all.
No worries. Well, look, the next thing coming up is just that Irish tour. You're going to be in the Roisin Dove in Galway. You're going to be in Dolan's in Limerick. You're going to be in Set Theatre, Kilkenny, 3 Olympia, Dublin.
Yeah,
big tour coming up. How you feeling?
I feel really good and real blessed. I feel like everything is happening for the right reason, and I'm excited for the Olympia. But I'm excited for every venue. To me is treated the same, because it's all about the fans. The venue's iconic and it's great, but to me it's about fans.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that the fans all have a good time and enjoy it, and that's all it's all I can do. It's all God has given me to do. So
yeah, right. And you're going everywhere first, and that's it. Like Galway, Kilkenny, Limerick, Dublin. You're hitting all big points,
Yeah, and then we're in. That's September, and then we're in Australia, and then hopefully North America.
God.
And then festivals in between. It's been nuts. Yeah.
Unbelievable. And if people want to get tickets, they can head over to davelofts.os.
Is it?
Well, sorry, I have one pulled up here. I pulled it up from your Instagram, davelofts.os.
Do you know what, Adam? I haven't a clue. I don't know. If I was looking for tickets, I type in online, I go, cheap tickets.
Dave Lofts.
Dave Lofts, cheap tickets. There we go.
There you go. Google that. Follow
Yeah, no.
Dave Lofts on Instagram and everywhere. You'll find the information.
Yeah, link in the bio for tickets. I know that much. Yeah.
Dave, it has been nothing short of an unreal pleasure to have you in studio. Can't wait to have you again, man.
Adam, thank you to Midlands 103 and yourself, and thanks for having me. I'm very, very grateful, and shout out to everybody listening. Thank you. Okay, we do Holy.
Let's do it.
You started to cry in the back of the car that I was driving. Tears in your eyes as the birds fly over the Cumra mountain. Sat with you upon a wall as the rain come tearing down. For a second I could feel our world turning around. You make me holy, saint, I'm not sure. And God said he knows me. Was the devil at my door? Whenever I get seasick on the ocean of love, you make me holy, you make me pure. I pull up a chair, we'll talk our dreams to our early mornings. And if I raise my voice, I'm sorry, it's the demons talking. You make all the leaves in the forest bow down at your feet. For what it's worth, I take all the heat for you, baby. I'd bleed, oh, I'd bleed. You make me holy, a saint, I'm not sure. And God said he knows me. Why's the devil on my door? Whenever I get seasick on the ocean of love, you make me holy, you make me pure, you make me pure. You make me pure. Said I'm not sure. And God said he loves me. But you I adore.